Alright, today we'll be looking at the RDF-LT. This thing here comes in at 11.7, and at first I thought this thing would actually be quite miserable since the HSTV-L was also, at least before, not exactly the most optimal tank. Luckily, I was actually very wrong. This thing is incredibly strong. It has a 0.9 second reload as opposed to the 1 second reload on the HSTV-L, and it also has a whole lot more ammunition, something like 60 rounds compared to like 26 on the normal HSTV-L, so you get a whole lot more rounds, and yeah. Other than that, the tank is quite similar. You can get 50 cal'd, and your reverse gear is also only 10 kilometers an hour, which is pretty atypical for American tanks, but I guess they couldn't fit anything else here in the back or something. But yeah, other than that, it is a very, very nice tank. Also, you might notice that the horizontal drive is massive. If you get shot, it's almost guaranteed to get knocked out. So yeah, you definitely shouldn't be getting shot in this thing. Alright, so first game that I'm going to be showing today, I'm on Middle East, and this map here, usually what I do is go here to the center right next to the B point and sort of intercept people trying to get to C. Right now, I do actually see somebody, in fact right behind this wall, and someone right over there. Luckily he's looking in the wrong direction, and I actually one-tap him, which I'm positively surprised by. Another tank here, of course, T90M, fully side on. It's gonna take a couple more shots to finish, but luckily, you know, he doesn't really notice me on time. And to the end, there's also a TDU here, which I first unsuccessfully and then successfully take out. Yeah, the 0.9 second reload really does help you out here. Other tank, all the way down there, looks like a T72 or something. Never mind, it was a T90M, and he's dead. So yeah, very quick couple kills there just to start off the game, and already give my team a bit more help up there. Now what I do actually notice is something like a Chinese tank on the other side of this wall here. There's actually a T90 or something as well, or at least it sounds like one. And oh, there's a Sprut, so we'll just quickly get rid of him. And then there we go, let's just scout where that smoke came from. And yeah, there we go, very easy way to get myself a couple more spawn points. Other tank right over there, didn't want to push that though since he was looking right at me. And even if he wasn't, he would have just turned his turret to kill me. And there's another guy in front of here as well. Like I said, don't want to push him though, because really any shot into me could destroy me. There we go, very helpful teammates. T72 here, completely oblivious of me. And yeah, very, very nice stuff. Now what I'm going to try and do, maybe move up a bit, just to get a bit better of a position. This guy here used ESS, but you know, I have thermals, although they're not exactly very high resolution. There we go, just quickly saw somebody there, but because this thing can't really reverse, I had to kind of turn the tank around in a somewhat awkward way. I do also hear a helicopter somewhere. I'm going to be checking the sky for anything like that. There we go, locking with the IRST, low proximity fuse, and yeah, there we go, a couple shots. Would do the job. And then now I hear actually somebody behind me, so I'm going to turn around the tank again. Like I said, I can't really reverse into people with this thing, as you would with something like the HSTV-L, just because you don't have the reverse speed to be quick enough. Now one thing that I do actually notice is that the C point is getting captured by enemies, so I'm actually going to go there now, because, you know, why would I not? Before that, I do actually hear a T90 there, so I'm going to quickly scout him, and the other guy I'm just going to shoot. And the turret, luckily, you know, I didn't hit any of his ERA there. And now I'll just push the T90 I saw earlier. No, I do actually have the ability to send a nuke now, or drop a nuke or whatever. I'm not going to do that though, since right now I kind of want silver lines, since I'm a bit not really low on them, but you know, I want to get as many as possible, and tickets aren't going to take down quickly, so I'm just going to first capture the point and then go drop a nuke. Alright, next game is going to be another nuke where I'm playing here on Abandoned Factory, or the revamped version, which, yeah, is a bit dark, a bit cloudy, and there's also a T-90 right next to me there. I'm going to scout. I'm not really going to do anything too crazy to him though, because, you know, if I push out here, not really pay attention, then nothing good happens. There's a T-80 around this corner here, or at least I do see a little part of him, and there's also a 2S38 on the cap somewhere. So yeah, a lot of issues, a lot of people to deal with, and a lot of things that can also damage me. So right now I'm not really actually sure what I'm supposed to do, so I'm just going to chill here for a bit and wait for, I guess, something exciting to happen. Alright, well finally there, we were able to deal with the tanks there on the cap. Yeah, you just see me get 50 cal there, so yeah, I definitely do have to be careful about, especially I guess Russian tanks or stuff, or really anything with a 50 cal actually. So it does go through you even if you do angle yourself. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Alright, I'm just gonna surprise a challenger there. The guy who I scouted earlier has also died. And now, as far as I know, yep, there we go. We do hear someone on the cap or near the cap. Gonna try and scout through the wall. Unfortunately, I kind of missed there. Only got the commander there, which isn't too good because he has pretty fast turret traverse. But yeah, luckily he didn't really figure out where I came from, so yeah, good thing he didn't shoot me there. And now I'll just go capture the point again, because capture points are very, very good sources of spawn points. I do see some machine guns there, that's why I'm looking over there. Don't really see an antenna though, so it should be safe. Alright, now this thing does actually have the proximity fuse round, so what I'm going to do is first hide from the KFT so that they don't see my muzzle flash or whatever. Then I'm going to shoot 2 rounds towards him, 2 rounds the other guy, and there we go, there's 1 helicopter down. I'm gonna load APFSDS back. Sadly, it looks like the second one does manage to dodge my shells, and also the C point's getting captured, so now I have something more to do. Luckily, the other K-52 was annihilated by my friendly Harrier, so now I'll just go and, yeah, go after the point. I'm gonna take a bit of a detour here to the right, just because I don't really want to go directly towards it, in case, you know, the enemies kind of anticipate that. There we go, surprise twist 38. Luckily, I do manage to save my friendly there, just on time. There's also something like a Panzer, I'm gonna guess, right over there as well. But he's a bit hard for me to target because he's behind all those pieces of debris or whatever. And I also hear a T90 on the cap. There we go, Panzer is dead. Let's quickly move to the cap now. Don't really know where that guy is. There we go, see the engine smoke. His barrel, so I'm actually going to take that out first, since he can't really do anything much without that. And there we go. You can also just finish him off just like that. Alright, for the final game, I'm here on Sands of Sinai, this map. Usually what I can do is either go all the way to the left on the rock, or I could go straight forward to the C point today. I'm going to go to the C point since I'm not really fast enough to pull that flanking maneuver. And it's also kind of just safer. So yeah, I do manage to hit that Terms T there on the breach. Kind of a very, very lucky shot there. Sadly, if I would have aimed lower, maybe I could have ammo racked him, but you know, we take what we get. There we go, gonna quickly dodge into cover here. That Leopard's very ambitious, and unfortunately, yeah, he doesn't really survive for too long since there's already a Type 90 here on the cap. And eventually gets finished off by a T90. Now I'm a bit torn on what to do now since I can't really push a Type 90. They do kind of tend to have a 4-second reload and a very good gun. So yeah, I'm gonna just have to back up here, right behind this rock, to at least put myself behind some cover, or maybe even hold down. Right, well, since that Type 90 called artillery on me, I'm going to try and do a bit of flanking. There's also a friendly here, so that's another reason why I'm decided to sort of try and flank here, and I'm going to just trust that there's nobody behind that rock right in front of me, right there. And it doesn't really seem like it, so that's good. Well, this Type 90 here doesn't really know what he wants to do, so I'm going to quickly try and push him. Only hit his radiator, sadly, and his transmission's red, so yeah. Gonna have to be a bit more optimistic here if I want to actually do some damage. Sadly, The rock here is yeah, kind of obstructing me. Good thing I was able to get his transmission there. I'm gonna have to concentrate on everything else, and there we go, he's dead. So it means I can go on to the point to capture it, and also destroy whatever tank is right over there. Now what I'm doing here is actually hiding behind these buildings to not get targeted by that SU-25 or SU-39 or whatever it is, because yeah, he just killed the friendly behind me there, which means he's looking right at me. Now since he's getting closer, I'm gonna load up my HE-VT, and since he's 1.4 kilometers away, I'll just start opening up on him, and there we go. Wonderful. We do manage to get severe damage and destroy him. Usually what I do with the gun is engage them like roughly like 2 kilometers if they're a helicopter that's hovering maybe at 4 kilometers. But anything longer range than that, most of the time you won't really hit them, or you'll just waste your ammunition and your attention span, I guess, by not paying attention to things on the ground. There we go. We'll scout that thing there. The SC-22 is honestly someone else's problem now, since he's too far away and flying away from the battlefield. And yeah, I'm much better here looking at whatever I just scouted. Alright, well there you have it. That's been the RDF LT. This thing is, yeah, very, very nice actually. Much more better than I had expected it to be. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video here. The next one is probably going to be on something like the Eurofighter, where I play it as Cass, because that's actually really fun as well. So yeah, you guys can look forward to that probably sometime this week. Anyway, that's been it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.